Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhavatapa Pranashinne Ananda Ghanamurte Jnana Bhakti Pradayinne Matastubhyam Namo Namaha. Jaima. Jaima everyone. Welcome to the channel. How are you people doing? Good? Okay. Today's question. Can you throw some light on Shakti Path? Now if you want to understand Shakti Path, I think I have discussed this a lot in the past videos that I had done. Maybe you've come late to the channel, so maybe you're not aware of it, but doesn't matter. See, Shakti Path is basically transmission of spiritual energy from the guru to the disciple. It's basically transmission of that, and it is done in various ways. Sometimes by a mantra, sometimes just by the look. Just say, supposing we talk about Ma, she would just give you a gaze, and that is also a Shakti Path. By touch, if she touches you, that is also Shakti Path. So various ways, by a look, she might come in a dream, that is also a Shakti Path. So, like I remember, I had read a book on Gopinath Kaviraj, Mahamahopadhyay Gopinath Kaviraj, and the title was Diksha. So he says very clearly that a pupil will never get Diksha until the Shakti Path is actually done by the divine. Shakti Path is always given by the divine, not by a human being. So Shakti Path ke bina Diksha is not possible. So, sometimes you're not even aware that you are getting a Shakti Path. I'll give you my own example. I was 9 years old, and there was this huge gathering, and Ma was sitting on her chowki, and she called me. Now I was, when I was young, I was very shy. I couldn't speak nothing, I would look down, and I was really a shy person. It's difficult for people to imagine that. So she called me, and I was sitting right behind, and there was a huge crowd. So there were lots of people over there. So I got up and went up to her, and she caught hold of my finger. She said, "Give me your hand." And she caught hold of my finger, and she held it for quite some time. And then she let it go, and then she said, "Abhi jao." So I went back. And as I was going back, I remember Swami Bhaskaranandji and Swami Nirvananji. They were standing in the like on the side. They were not sitting. So as I was passing by, I had to pass them, cross them. So both of them were brahmacharis that time. And they said, "You are extremely lucky." Now, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't even understand what Ma did. Nothing. I didn't understand anything. And I said, "I don't know." And I went back and sat down. Much later, much later, I was told that that was my Shakti Path that Ma had done. Now see, Shakti Path is done in lots of different ways, in the sense there are types of Shakti Path. One is very mand, which is very dull, like low, low key. Because if the student, if the disciple, if the pupil is not ready yet, Ma knows, Bhagwan ko pata hai, so they give you a kickstart kind of thing, So they give you a Shakti Path where it doesn't immediately fructify. It takes a long time, which it did with me. So that is called mand, low key. Then there is something called madhyam, which is like a medium shock or Shakti Path, where the pupil is kind of ready. He's not completely raw, but he's kind of ready, but he still has time. So that is Madhyam. And Tivra is absolutely here and now. That is also given when the pupil is absolutely ripe. It's like a mango falling from a tree and it's absolutely ripe. So that is also possible that जब तीव्र होता है तो it is here and now, that he's just ready to fly. So Shakti Path is always given by the divine, not by a human being. Now in today's world, people do talk about Shakti Path, we are going for Shakti Path and all. I personally, if you ask me, I don't believe in all that, because I know that it is only given by the divine. Now I have mentioned Gopi Babu's book. Now if you ask me, please do not ask me a question, where do we get this book, where is it available and all, I have no clue, okay. I had got it from somewhere, now I don't even remember where. But Gopi Babu's Hindi as well as English is very tough to understand. You need a dictionary, it's that tough. So anyway, he has mentioned that. So basically, Shakti Path के बिना आपको दीक्षा नहीं मिल सकती. Sometimes you're not even aware that you got the Shakti Path. So you just have to believe when you get a diksha from Ma's ashram. I'm not talking about anybody else because I don't know. From Ma's ashram, if you get diksha, be rest assured that Ma has done something on you in terms of a vision, in terms of coming in your dream, or something or the other, that you are eligible for diksha today. So that is the basic thing, where Shakti Path ke bina hota nahi hai. So it's basically transmission of spiritual energy. So you're charged. When the Guru gives it to you, when Ma gives it to you, when the divine gives it to you, it is already, charged. So you have to make a little less effort in doing anything, because it is a Shakti ka sanchar hota hai. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So let me see. Yeah, and Shakti Path generally, when they give you Shakti Path, they say that it is always given in the Agnya Chakra, over here. So when they transmit, it transmits from there. But one is not really aware of it. So it's better that you are not aware of it and continue your journey. If you go too much into theory and all, you'll get messed up. Am I clear? I hope so. Jaima. Om Bhavatapa Pranashinne Ananda Ghanamurte Jnana Bhakti Pradayinne Mathastubhyam Namo Namaha. Jaima. Jaima, Jaima, everyone Jaima.